That was 2014. This movie was landmark. I still remember when the trailer came out. I still remember when press rounds had been made for this movie and how much that movie had an impact. Well, just about 11 years later, this movie is being talked about, and that is for a particular cause. Stephanie Okereke Linus is an award-winning Nigerian actress, filmmaker, and model. Just earned multiple honors, including the Real Award and Afro Hollywood Award for Best Actress, along with several African Movie Academy Awards. If I go on and on, we'll probably not have time for this interview. Former Most Beautiful Girl in Nigeria pageant runner-up. That's one thing, because my director has been going all up about her. It is great to have you, Stephanie. You are welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're
Thank
fine,
you.
Sha.
Thank you.
Well, okay, so let's get into this as fast as possible. Dry was in 2014. As at that time, I still remember when we were talking about this movie, because as at that time you came out to do this movie, people had not seen you for a while, and this was big. What inspired, what made you decide to go, as at that time, to produce and put together Dry?
Well, you know, I think Dry, the subject matter found me because I heard about it when I was in university, second year at the university, when a friend of mine came from Unijust to visit me at University of Calabar. And she told me about this story, and really that story never left me, because I was really shocked that people in this country were having this experience. You know, like, we're totally having different experience. We in the South, we're going to school, having an education, getting married when we want to, and there are other people who really do not have those choices. And that story really stuck on my head, and I just felt that I needed to do something. At that point, I couldn't really figure it out, you know, because my career was still growing and everything. But I just knew that there's power in storytelling, that I could be able to use the tool of storytelling, which is within my power, to amplify the voices of these women. So I just started, I started researching. I dedicated my time. I went to different countries, went to Liberia, Sierra Leone, volunteered for different NGOs. You know, at that time also I had a ghastly motor accident that actually nearly took my life, and it also fueled me.
For this.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, yeah. So many things fueled me to, you know, to do this film, because I just felt that young girls, women should not be going through this kind of condition.
This is a passion project. It was not just about trying to make money as a filmmaker.
No, definitely.
This was passion.
Yeah, definitely. Because I stayed away. I remember I went to film school. I thought that was going to be the first project I was going to do, and I did Through the Glass, which was like the first Nigerian box office. Yeah. And after that, my mind came back. I remember this film that you said you're going to do, so this is the time to do it. I know, I just decided to push forward to do it.
Now, 11 years later, on the coattails of the call for justice for Ochanya, this is coming back. It is still happening. Yes. In spite of all of this, in spite of all the, you know, the spotlight being shined on this is still happening. What can and should be done at this particular time?
Well, I think it just struck me because I released the film officially in 2015. Okay. So I think, you know, because I was doing like different tours with the film, and, you know, I screened it in Gambia, and they banned child marriage in Gambia after the vice president watched this film. So I think it just occurred to me when I saw it. I was in Rwanda when I got a lot of tags about Dry, and I'm like, okay, I think it's time a lot of people see this film. Because everyone who has seen it has always, you know, they all walk up to me. I saw your movie, I opened an NGO. I saw your movie, I did this. Wow. I saw this movie, this is what I did. I saw this movie. So I'm like, I think awareness is key. I think a lot of people should have access to this film, which is the whole essence why I made it in the first place. Yeah. And that's why I decided to put it out there, because I know education is key. Because if you gather your family and you watch this film, you'll never be the same. You make informed decision, which is within your power as a parent, as an uncle, as an auntie, as a sister, as a community as well. Because when you're more educated, when you're more aware, you watch out for one another and make sure certain things like this do not happen.
All right. Now let's talk about the question people are asking. How can we access this film? Where is it going to be available now? Where can people watch it now?
I put it out on YouTube, so you can go to Next Page TV channel on YouTube, and you can see this film, watch it. I would encourage people, please have movie nights. Take it to schools, because that's also one of the things we're trying to do, take it around the schools, take it around different communities. But you can also do the same, create movie nights, create conversations around the states, screen it, make sure as many people as possible see this film, take it to local communities, take it to churches, the mosques, you know, because the more people are aware, the better for us.
Are we pushing now, on the coattails of this, what are we pushing for? We're pushing for legislation that would ban this and end it, because at this particular point in time, this has been spoken about at different points in time
and enforcement,
in the country.
Ban and enforcement, but knowledge is power. Do you understand? Because some people are also ignorant, you know? So knowledge is power. First of all, gain the knowledge. Because when you start gaining the knowledge, you just say, oh no, we can't do this. Then what is the action part to take? So it's also basically enforcement. You know, because sometimes the laws are there, you know, and it's not been enforced.
But this cuts across very, very delicate lines.
Yes.
Religion comes into it.
No, religion really does not come into it.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because we're looking at the child as an individual. And you're looking at the consequences about what happens to this individual. Because then you can make informed decisions. The religion did not tell you that it has to be here. But when you look at medically, okay, this is what these people are prone to. Is that something I should do? I mean, there's certain things that where you have to apply wisdom. Do you understand? Let me allow this child to grow up more, because we really don't have the medical facilities in Nigeria. And also, you know, when it comes to fistula can actually happen to any woman anywhere. And it's not only the thing of the north that people think about. It's something that can actually, if a woman is pregnant and she's in labor and she's have prolonged labor and she does not have medical intervention at that time, she might end up having fistula even if she's living in Lagos. Because my NGO, I mean, we've repaired a lot of women who have fistulas and all of that, and we've had different cases from different parts of the country. Yeah, so it's not about religion. It's about doing what you feel is right. Let the young girls grow up. You know, let them have access to education before you decide what you want to do to them.
The parents or the guardians of these girls also have a very big role to play. Because in this particular situation now, for a lot of people, these young girls are poverty alleviation scheme.
Yes.
For the whole family.
Yeah.
I see one rich guy, like we see in different cases, let me sell them off to him or something and all of that. So even if, like you said, there might be legislation, but enforcement and all that, in that particular scenario where you have parents who are using these kids, these young girls as avenues to escape poverty, what can be done in such situations?
There should be adverse, the parents, there should be some sort of consequences on the parents. Because, you know, like I said, sometimes we call the government. Yes, the government has a responsibility, we as a community has. But you as a parent, that's your basic responsibility. So you can actually make a decision to say, oh no, I'm not going to marry my child off. Oh no, my child has come to me to complain to me and says someone is being abusive or being molested. What am I doing in that situation? Is this something I want to hide under the table, or is this something I need to confront to make sure another person does not fall victim? Yeah, so those are some of the things. But if people are not aware, people feel ignorant, timid, helpless, they really don't know what to do. Because you know, I screened it in the north, I screened it in different places. They know that what my focus was on the consequences. See, it wasn't about anything. These are the consequences that happen when women or young girls get married.
Do you have pushbacks over there also?
No. Because I did a lot of fistula repairs in Sokoto. I did it in Ebonyi State. And it's not only, like I said, it's not only in the north. Do you understand? So you have people who are also getting married. You have teenage pregnancies as well. That are young girls who might not be married off, but someone is sleeping with them and they might get pregnant. So those are some of the cases. So not just to narrow it to that, you know, but just to look at the consequences and the situation and how do we protect children from being abused, and not only girls as well, because we know now that boys are also being abused.
Just to wrap up, if we have victims in this situation and maybe they don't have anybody to run to, anybody to talk to, is there any NGO or something that they themselves can maybe report to? So for instance, if everybody around them, because I've had situations where a girl comes to mention, someone touched me like this, and the mother shuts her down. No, don't talk about it. They're trying to cover the family or whatever. Is there any way these victims in this particular maybe can reach out, maybe a number or something, an NGO?
Yeah. But my NGO I do fistula repair, which is Extended Hands Foundation, and you can reach me out on info@extendedhands.org. But again, living in Lagos State, I mean, there are sexual and domestic agencies, is very active. I mean, Lagos State is very active. I'm actually very proud of them, what they're doing. So you can actually call their numbers. And I wish other states could learn from Lagos and also domesticate how Lagos has been very proactive in making sure that gender-based violence is a no-no in the states. And I think it's something that they need to learn from them. So they've been doing a lot of work. I know I worked with them a few years back to go around the school to educate people on sexual and sexual violence and all of that. So yes, so those are the things. But reach out to someone, ask, call. Find information online is there, and you can also reach out to our NGO Extended Hands Foundation, and then we can direct you to the right authorities.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. This is all of us supporting you, wishing you the best. Keep on doing what you're doing. We need voices like you to, you know, make this louder, and someday, somehow, change will definitely come to us.
Thank you. Thank you so
We do
much.
have something in the kitchen if you don't mind. Maybe take a look or something.
Oh,
And when you
yeah.
smile-
I mean, the whole place has
The
been
aroma,
smelling
yeah?
really nice. So let's figure out what
Okay,
the,
all right,
what the-
let's head over to the kitchen
Okay.
and see what we have in store for you.